We move now to the latest MAGA culture war. I've been having a lot of fun on this show, as y'all know, keeping up with the obsession with the idea that the left could not handle Sydney Sweeney's ad. It was silly. And then they created a new story out of nothing, which was that apparently the left didn't like that sorority girls were dancing. Now, the latest woke's gone mad is, that's actually so funny to say, Cracker Barrel, the wokest institution of them all. Cracker Barrel. We got him. We got Cracker Barrel. It's been a long time coming, you know? I remember I got into politics and I had these dreams. One of them was to engage in trips like I announced in the last segment, heading to Ukraine, doing things that I never thought I'd be doing. Change the world, right? And one of them was if I can only get Cracker Barrel to go woke. That would be an achievement of mine. Okay, so let's just get into it. MAGA mocked for insane Cracker Barrel logo meltdown. Don Jr. was one of the people engaging in this meltdown, saying what the F is wrong with Cracker Barrel in response to a story about the new CEO, or its CEO, Julie Fels-Massino, and how the logo has changed. Let's take a look at the logo change and let's see if this is woke. Okay. So, let me see, podcast listeners, let me describe to you. So the original one was the Cracker Barrel words and then a guy leaning on a barrel. And it said Old Country Store. The new one is just the Cracker Barrel words. Now, let's be frank. I don't know if there's any undertones here I should be aware of. Like, is that guy secretly like a Hitler worshiper? I don't know. I don't know that guy's backstory. But from all I can tell, I agree. The second one looks a little bit more bland. The updated version looks more bland. My first thought wouldn't be, this is the latest example of woke going insane. Now, important context is that apparently Cracker Barrel doesn't stand for cracker, like the word for the derogatory word for white people, and barrel, like a barrel, because there's a guy in a barrel. And I thought, I guess they're saying it's woke because the guy was supposed to stand for a white guy and a barrel, and it was like a cracker and a barrel. No, apparently it means something else, just like a barrel with some Ritz crackers in it. I don't know. But that's not what the name, where it comes from upon researching it. And so that's weird. But you should know that as we go through some of these reactions, Don Jr. was very upset about it. I'm sure he went to Cracker Barrel a ton as a child.
Fact check, true.
Sure, Don. But if you're not familiar, Cracker Barrel's like it's supposed to be an old country restaurant, right? And you get your biscuits and your gravy. And I was most familiar with it when you're traveling. Sometimes you'll be on a really long highway and there's nothing and then a Cracker Barrel. And you're like, well, I guess I'll go there. But it's definitely has that Southern aesthetic. So any change to it, I think they would have called it woke. And the interior of the restaurants they started to change. They used to have like a canoe on it and a rifle on the wall and like little things on the wall, and they're taking those down. But the important context here, not that I care literally at all, like at all, less than at all. That doesn't make much sense, but less than caring is what I care. But if they start putting up pride flags, then maybe MAGA can have something to be upset about. Yeah, this is what, like, they have like an axe on the wall. They have people of all different races. Sorry, it's fine. It's good. It's good. I love it. We love it. We love white people. That's not the problem. But pictures, it's a cute aesthetic. But they've been in really bad business trouble before this. So they're going to act like this is the CEO bending the knee to woke, even though I've heard zero people on the left ever talk about how they want anything to change with Cracker Barrel, because they probably don't go. But they were in dire straits business-wise. They've been struggling. And that probably resonates with you because you're like, yeah, it doesn't feel like Cracker Barrel's been really relevant recently. So they're just trying to change things to see if we corporatify it, is that going to work? Are people is it not in vogue right now to go to an old store? If we make it more like McDonald's, they've kind of changed their interior where it's all kind of bleak. Will that work? They're just trying to change things like all businesses do when they struggle. One funny, ironic point though, tariffs on China are taking a bite out of Cracker Barrel's gift shop business. So Don Jr., you can blame your father because that's contributing to their business struggles. You have Colin Rugg saying the new logo is depressing. There's a lot of stuff to be depressed about. This maybe shouldn't be your first.
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our team members.
Well, Julie Messino, it's wonderful to have you here.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you again.
So that CEO, I don't know about her saying that everyone's so hyped. I don't imagine. Look at this logo change again. No one's hyped. Now, why people are losing their mind, I don't know, but no one's like, yes, finally, now I can go to Cracker Barrel. Unless they thought that Cracker Barrel stood for what I thought it stood for. So that might help them. But she used to work at Taco Bell. I think she did some things to help Taco Bell out, like seeing if they can stuff into their food 10 times as many poisonous materials. Like, how far from real food can we get this before it legally is not food? And she was really successful at that. No, I don't know. And just so y'all know, some of this might sound like it's because I don't indulge. I've been known for some late night Taco Bell. It's just that the 3 days that follow that are a living hell. Now, Cracker Barrel I've also been to, especially growing up on road trips, like I said, and it was cute. And yeah, I got like biscuits and gravy and chicken fried steak, probably, like just as many things to try to clog up my arteries as possible. And it was just absolutely delightful. And then they have a gift store at a lot of these, or all of them. I don't know if that's a kind of a let's get a dinner and then a little knick-knack. It's cute, but maybe that business model is just not working, clearly. So they're trying to change it. And I think they're going to try to make it more corporate and seem more like a chain, because maybe the home style Southern hospitality thing just isn't working. Whatever. While we continue to go through this, please do click the subscribe button if you appreciate the show. I'd greatly appreciate you for that. Now, Benny Johnson.
What's up, guys? Benny.
There he is. The right-wing influencer was very upset by this.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Yet another historic and nostalgic piece of American culture that you and I both remember from our childhoods has been destroyed yet again by the same villain and insufferable, aging, feminist white lady who hates American culture and lore and simply wants to remake everything to...
Isn't it weird how they always talk about the Bennies of the world, fearmonger a lot about anti-white racism and how there's all this prejudice now, like the pendulum swung, and now but then they're constantly doing the a bitter white lady. White, like, what does the whiteness have to do with? Oh, Cracker Barrel, I get it. No, what does the whiteness have to do with her decision here? I think she's literally trying to revive a business that's dying, and she's willing to try anything. If you hear a loud noise, it started pouring raining right now, so.
Look as corporate and as soulless as humanly possible. Absolute demons and villains, these people. Here's the CEO of Cracker Barrel with her Rachel Maddow, Keith Olbermann glasses, describing her abomination and destruction of the brand.
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite.
We don't need another soundbite from you. We need you to shut your yapper and go work.
Why did you play the clip then? He plays the clip and then mutes it after 2 seconds.
At Bud Light. Oh, wait, that's already been destroyed. Go work at Star Wars. Oh, wait, that's already been destroyed. By the same style of person, right? This Kathleen Kennedy archetype. Alyssa Heinerscheid was the name of the Bud Light executive that destroyed that brand. It's the same phenotype. It's the same person. Look what they've done to Cracker Barrel. Look what they took from you. This was what you remember after Sunday service. Lunches with your grandparents, that's how I remember Cracker Barrel. This is what they've done to it. They've turned it into corporate soulless slop. They don't.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I actually get bummed out when every single restaurant, every single store is that same, the really newly renovated McDonald's. Can you picture the screens, the kind of just bleak gray, the tables cemented into the floor, a chair cemented to the floor so you can't steal it. Okay. Is chair theft a big thing? And they take the playgrounds away. And yeah, show that, Jaden. Yeah, every single restaurant and every single venue feeling just corporatified is unfortunate. I like everything being quirky and having Austin, there's a lot of the phrase here is keep Austin weird, and I like that. It's funky. It's a very liberal idea. Keep it quirky. Keep its personality. The personality that Benny would call gay is the very personality. Different types. It can be different. It can have a little bit of a right-wing undertone or a left, but just things being different and fun and fruity sometimes is exciting. And I don't like either, but that's more about corporate America-ing things. It's not that they're trying to do a virtue signal to woke. Have you seen really, really woke coffee shops? There was like really clearly left-wing coffee shops. They are the funnest, most colorful, and you got posters on the walls. You got all these photos. You got like a big rainbow flag, and then next to it, like the updated version with 7 more colors, and then next to that, like the updated version. And it's fun. It's fun and it's festive. But he's not doing stories when those go and turn into a Starbucks with rank rank. That has nothing to do with left-wingers wanting Cracker Barrel to be more corporate. If you can find it, please show me. I want to meet my fellow liberal who has been on a mission to make Cracker Barrel less personality-y. Wow. Now, this all kind of... I like that I've explained it the way that we've discussed it. This phenomenon of culture wars, which is that as Trump and MAGA, they are the ones in power. Thus, they are the newsmakers for the most part. And the news they're making is so frequently bad. And Trump's big campaign promises are failing. And so the politics bag that people like Benny can reach into to pull out a story, every story they pull out of that bag does not make their ideology look good. And so they have to reach into this culture, silly nonsense bag and pull out Sydney Sweeney jeans ad, the left hates beautiful women, or the sorority girls are saying they hate woke by wearing a cowboy hat, or woke is taking down your favorite restaurant, all of your favorite restaurants, Cracker Barrel. and it's all to continue the cycle of rage that their followers have to be in to keep believing it makes any sense to be a part of that movement, even if it has no impact on their life. And so on the Sydney Sweeney story, she was in an ad for quick context. She talked about her good jeans. It was a jeans ad. Some random irrelevant people on the left said, oh, I think she's saying like jeans, white jeans. And that's, and then wasn't really relevant until the right wing went, oh, look at these random people. Let's pretend like this is the thing the Democratic Party's obsessed with. And then they ran with it. And you could actually look at social media analytics. The only time it became a prominent story people were talking about was once the right wing latched onto it, saying the left wing was upset with it. And one of the ways that people were convinced that, because I would say to people, I'd say, if you actually think that the left is obsessed with Sydney Sweeney's jeans, then find me an elected Democrat who's expressing outrage over this. And they found them. They just happened, well, let's see if you believe this is actually Senator Amy Klobuchar.
Thing is that we want representation, okay? If Republicans are going to have beautiful girls with perfect titties in their ads, we want ads for Democrats too, you know? We want ugly, fat bitches wearing pink wigs and long...
Videos like this circulated. Videos like AOC on the House floor that Chris Cuomo responded to saying, "How dare you, AOC," thinking it was real. That was AI, by the way, in case you didn't know. I don't think Amy Klobuchar would ever say that. And it is AI. And then AOC AI too, and she's talking about like the bouncy bumpkins or something, something about bouncy, fun bags, perky. I can't remember what it was. Was it perky, or should we go a little longer on that? Was it jubilant? Was it fun bags? And it was also AI, but they literally had to reach into not just the silly culture war bag, but then deeper down into the fake AI bag to justify, to the point where in the paper of record in the New York Times, Amy Klobuchar had to write an op-ed saying what I didn't say about Sydney Sweeney, talking about the dangers of AI and how we should regulate more, which I agree, and how people are using this maliciously to mislead their followers. The fact that I didn't see anyone taking that for real, but I guess some people did. Just speaking of good genes, RFK Jr. finally addressed the controversy of the century, which is that he works out in thick blue jeans.
Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is here. Mr. Secretary, thank you so much for joining us. Before we get started, I have to ask you a question that everybody's wondering about. Why do you wear jeans when you work out?
Well, I just started doing that a long time ago because I would go hiking in the morning and then I'd go straight to the gym. And I found it was convenient, and now I'm used to it, so I just do it.
Okay. There were a lot of theories, but that makes perfect sense.
Okay, Jaden, can you either get up yourself, or I'm texting an image of him hiking? So that didn't answer our question at all. Hey, why do you work out in jeans? Oh, because I would hike in them and then I went to the gym after. Why are you hiking on hot summer days? That was not the right graphic, Jaden. Okay. Do you still have it? Show it. Oh, that one. Okay. The thing he had up on the monitor he was going to show y'all was not the correct thing. It was this. Just since we brought up Benny Johnson and him calling things gay. Put it back up, Jaden. If y'all haven't seen this, it's just such a funny cell phone. He posted a while ago in 2017, said the advertising on the Military Times right now, like going, wow, look at how out of control things have gotten. I'm getting these Google ads while I'm looking on Military Times, and it says the world's largest gay cruise. Get on board, which sounds like a party. Okay. Can you, I need tickets for this. And then of course everyone went, Benny, Google ads are targeted to people based on their search history. So that wasn't Military Times being weird and woke. That was for some reason Google thought that that's an ad that would appeal to you. But back to the jeans. He says, look, it's so hot outside. He's hiking in hot weather in jeans. And then he goes and works out in jeans, which fine. I have no problem with that. It's just a very interesting phenomenon. The most RFK Jr. thing you could imagine.